Welcome back to Front Office Sports here on Radio Row. I am here with Packers quarterback Jordan Love, also Dedra from Toyota, because why other than the fact that Jordan Love, a star during Toyotathon. I mean, first off, when did you just realize that was a thing, that you started playing so much better during Toyotathon?
Man, it's crazy. Last year during the season, obviously around when everything started picking up, social media was just, going crazy. The Packer fans and everybody was just constantly talking about this Toyotathon merchant, this conspiracy of me playing better during Toyotathon. And, it's really, I think, credit to the fans for just getting that thing started.
Yeah. I mean, let me just take a look at your stats here. You're looking at 26 touchdowns, 2 interceptions during Toyotathon during your career, and opposed to 29 touchdowns and 25 interceptions. So you got a star during Toyotathon. He wasn't affiliated with the brand, though, before when the storyline started coming up. So, Dedra, how did you guys then approach it on the Toyota side when you're seeing this?
Yeah, it was really exciting for the brand. Football's all about the fans, right? And so for us as an official partner of the NFL, we honor and really respect the role that fans play in supporting players and supporting teams. And so it was super exciting for us to see our brand being mentioned in relation to Jordan. And so we pretty quickly reached out, and we just wanted to see if, he'd be interested in partnering with us. We thought it was really important to be able to tell the story authentically, only if Jordan, wanted to join in the conversation with us. And so reached out to the team, and a couple days later, we were partnering together.
And it seems like a sort of seamless brand kind of integration and sponsorship opportunity. Is that something that even comes up very often for you guys, or even for you as a player, Jordan?
Oh, you work with a lot of different brands. You meet a lot of different brand partners and things like that. But I think this is just one of the more unique situations on how it got started. And it's so cool. And it's probably one of the more fun, partnerships I had just with, it really got started through the fan base and through social media and people making it known.
Yeah, the fans created this storyline. It wasn't just something that you guys came out and did. And so then, Jordan, how do you decide what brands you want to go and get involved with?
Yeah, so I think at the end of the day, you have all these different opportunities, and I think the main thing is finding people that you enjoy working with and kind of align with them. And Toyota, obviously a NFL partner, but we were talking about right before we come in here, like just how much a car means to you, and going to practice, going to games. In Green Bay, our facility is right next to our practice facility, so we actually drive over there every day. So that time in a car that you're going to practice and listen to music and kind of getting your mind right and that focus for practice is all those little things. It's like, man, this is a great brand partner.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that kind of sticks in the back of your head. You drive by, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I didn't realize that.
Sure.
That subtle thing. Dedra, what does it mean on the Toyota side just to have like an athlete-led, campaign like this or partnership?
This is a dream come true for a brand, right? Again, this was all based on fan chatter. And, I think knowing that it was Jordan, and, I think he talked about, making sure that you have an authentic partnership. For us, it was, understanding that Jordan really shared the values of Toyota. So it was an easy decision for us. And it made it so much more fun to be able to give back to the fan base who, Packers Nation is no joke. And so we listened, and we wanted to be able to provide, just kind of give back to them.
Yeah, Packers Nation is no joke. It's for real. I'm a Midwest guy myself, so I already know. But then you kind of start to did you feel a little bit of pressure, coming off your 2023 season, had a really good season, and then all of a sudden entering, okay, what's next? Get this big contract. You start feeling the pressure?
Oh, 100%. I think in sports, there's always pressure, especially you get to the highest level of your sport. There's going to be that pressure, and you add those little things like contract extension, coming off a year before we made it to the playoffs, when a lot of people already kind of counted us out. So, there's always that pressure and expectations, and you got to continue to, step your game up and rise to, the occasions. And that's the fun part about the sports and professional sports in this game that we play is, I think pressure really takes you to that next level, elevates your game, and makes you find ways to improve.
Yeah, and then it could have worked out better for you guys because you guys got a star out of it, you know?
Sure did. Yeah, we're very lucky. We feel fortunate that, the fans really did this. We didn't have a connection before Toyotathon, which we then actually called Loveathon. So because of the chatter of the fans, there was a plea from the fans to support Jordan, and we heard them loud and clear. So we actually ended up changing our entire campaign mid-season, tailored a spot completely about Jordan and showing support for Jordan, and ended up calling it Loveathon.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
I mean, so then I got a bit of an awkward question then. What happens if you're put in this situation where you go through a little bit of a slump during Toyotathon?
Oh, 100%. That's part of it too. You gotta try and be at your best always. But someone mentioned that to me. They're like, all right, what happens if you get a Toyota deal and now you're working with them and then you're not playing as good? There's no more Toyotathon conspiracy. And I'm like, man, I'm not trying to think about that. I'm there's so much pressure as it is. So to add that extra layer is, man, I'm grateful to be here and grateful to be with them. And man, I just try and focus on going out there every week and being my best. So, like I said before, it just so happens that the numbers, happen to be better during Toyotathon, and the numbers don't lie. So,
Okay, and on your end, you guys are in it for the long haul?
We are, yeah. This was just about, having a partner that we really believe in, and hopefully a long-term, a partnership that we can grow together. Doesn't really matter what he does out, on the field. It's more about his character and integrity off the field that made the partnership such a good fit. Obviously, we want to see him successful on the field, but that's, not going to change the partnership.
Yeah. She said, obviously it feels good that, have someone doing good, but make sure you keep doing good.
Got to.
No, so then I'm curious for you, Jordan. You're seeing just recently Carson Beck's agent told Front Office Sports that he's received $10 million in NIL money over the course of the past year, right? That's including the stuff from transferring to Miami. That's including previous brand deals. I'm curious, as someone who was a later first round pick, right? What's your reaction to seeing, hey, will this become a trend for guys who maybe late first round picks or maybe not drafted in the first round? Looking at guys who may sit their first couple of seasons and, hey, returning to college is now a financial option.
Yeah, no, I think it's incredible. I mean, just the landscape of college football and how much has changed. Obviously, since I was in college, we weren't making $10 million, anything like that. So we had our stipend checks, which is a little different. But I think it's incredible. It's changed the landscape of football. And like you said, it gives guys a different option if, they want to go and pursue the league. If they're kind of hesitant, they have an option to stay in college another year and make maybe just as much money as they might be making, even more money than they might be making their rookie year in the NFL. So it's awesome. It's a different time. Might be jealous, wish I was, but no, it's awesome. I'm happy for these guys.
I mean, no, you say you might be a little jealous. Like, what if this Toyotathon thing came to you when you were in college?
I mean, it's crazy the amount of, like you talk about NIL deals and opportunities, and it's just different. I mean, in college, it was, you really couldn't do any marketing opportunities and work with brands, things like that. So, I think it's incredible. It's going to, I think, take college sports to another level, make these guys even more, celebrities and famous on their campus and before they even get to the league. So it's a cool opportunity for them.
Yeah, and Toyota got their eye on, college athletics or else.
We always have our eye on everybody out there, so you never know.
Never know who's next.
That's right.
I mean, Jordan, you signed this big contract this offseason, but how do you know when the right time is to sign that deal? I mean, the money's going up. It seems like every year a new quarterback sets the market. It feels like now you at that second highest, number in the NFL. When do you know when the right time to go and have those conversations and then make that deal is?
Yeah, well, I think everyone's situation is a little bit different based on kind of their contract and, how many more years they got left, whether on a rookie deal or, second, third contract. So mine was kind of the situation I was in. It was, I played good last year and the opportunity was there. So we're going to take it. I think a lot of guys would pass on trying to wait and maybe waiting for the market to go up. You kind of want that deal done so you can have, your long-term home where you're going to be and kind of have that, that confidence knowing this is home. This is a team that wants me and a place that, I want to go and do great things for a franchise, win those Super Bowls, win those conference championships and all those things. So, I'm happy that mine worked out the way it did and the time frame of it. But yeah, everyone's situation is a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about conference championship, playing in one of the toughest divisions in the NFL. I mean, what was that like this season, just going and seeing just about every team popping off?
Yeah, I mean, the NFC North was one of the best divisions, I think. I mean, the record-wise in football. So it was some very good competition in that division, and it will continue to be good competition in those divisions for years to come. There's a lot of talented teams, talented players, really good coaches. So everyone's set up for success. But that's what you want. You want a good division that is going to challenge you and make you play good. And you see these teams twice a year, so that's going to set you up for later down the road in the playoffs and those meaningful games.
Mm-hmm. And then just real quick, looking at another quarterback in your division. I mean, Caleb Williams wasn't necessarily coming out and having the Jaden Daniels type season that everyone expected. That was what Caleb was going to do. I mean, you're a guy that sat out for a couple years before getting his first shot at starting, and I mean, what's your perspective on just guys coming out and playing right away versus sitting? How did that benefit you?
Yeah, that's the same thing. I mean, I say everyone's situation that they enter the league in is different. Some teams are more suited for a rookie quarterback to come in and play well right away, and some teams, it's more of that they're trying to build something. So every situation is different. I feel like my situation that I got drafted into was perfect. I was able to come in, sit behind Aaron Rodgers, a legend, sit behind him for 3 years, kind of grow my game, learn from him, see how he does it, how he handles business, and not really get thrown into the fire, because there is a lot of pressure to come in when you are a high pick and play well right away, which it's just not the reality of it. You don't see a lot of guys doing that, and then you see guys like C.J. Stroud and Jaden Daniels, like you mentioned, that come in and have phenomenal first years, which is it's very awesome for them, but that's just not the norm, I feel like. So, every situation is different, but I was blessed to be able to sit, and I think that is not a bad strategy.
Yeah, and now you're blessed to have this Toyotathon partnership, this brand deal with Toyota. But thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Dedra.
Thank you.
This has been great, but still got plenty more to come here on Radio Row with Front Office Sports.